Time now for that morning rush. We're waiting to learn more details about the driver killed after his car was struck by a rail runner train. Investigators looking into if the car got stuck on the tracks or if the crossing gates came down in time. The 5:15 train from Santa Fe to Belen struck the car at Candelaria east of 2nd Street.
Crystal, let's take a look at the next weather maker that's going to impact the state. So the ridge that's keeping it dry and warm out there right now, it's going to move off towards the east. We're going to see a nice return of moisture into the state. That's going to allow showers and storms to break out by Friday evening around 5:30. Notice eastern and southern parts of the state, a good chance of storms. That'll continue into Saturday morning as well, even including the Gila where there have been some fires. So that is good news, and temperatures going to fall as well. Crystal.
Vance County DA speaking out, saying she never asked for a public defender despite the high-paid official making $120,000 a year. Francesca Estevez was listed as too poor, and a Las Cruces judge appointed her a public defender. The AG's office is appealing her recent plea deal for reckless driving back in 2016. Today, we're expecting to learn more from an APD about a deadly officer-involved shooting, including the identity of the person killed. APD says detectives were conducting a surveillance operation near Central and Zuni Tuesday night when a man with a gun approached an officer's unmarked car. The two got into an altercation, and that's where shots were fired. On to new video from Customs and Border Protection agents in Arizona. They're hoping to debunk poor living conditions at migrant facilities. The CBP in Arizona posting a video showing a processing center in Tucson. A chief patrol agent says the drinking water there is safe. Happening right now, the Department of Justice is reconsidering adding the citizenship question to the census. The shift comes after President Trump tweeted that his administration will continue to push to have that question added. This contradicts earlier statements that the 2020 census is already printing without it. Debuting tonight, a new safety feature at Freedom Fort designed to keep you safe during the fireworks show. Firefighters work the area around the fireworks to stop a fire from spreading. A sprinkler system originally designed by AFR covers the hot zone right where the fireworks are lit by releasing water onto the wooden racks to keep them from catching fire. Chris.
Let's take a look at that Metro Threat Index. Pretty low today. We have it at a 2, and that's due to the mostly sunny skies as well as those hot temperatures out there. Make sure you stay hydrated and wear that sunscreen. Crystal?
D.C. officials crunching numbers this morning, trying to figure out just how much President Trump's 4th of July celebration will end up costing. The president being criticized this morning for the cost, tweeting out in part, "It's not as much for what it's worth." President Trump's salute to America will take place this evening on the National Mall. This morning, New Mexico's U.S. Senator Tom Udall speaking out about the president's celebration. Udall appearing on the Rachel Maddow show to talk about the military-themed celebration. He says his committee is still left in the dark on where the funds are actually coming from. He says Trump's re-election campaign could end up footing the bill. If you're planning to camp in the Santa Fe National Forest this weekend, be cautious of campfires. The New Mexican reports that already the U.S. Forest Service says they found over 50 abandoned campfires in the last 2 weekends. They say they're now beefing up patrols to find and douse campfires before they do pose a serious threat. All right, how about this? Isotopes back in action on the Diamond tonight, celebrating the 4th of July as they take on the Las Vegas Aviators. Gates open at 5 p.m. First pitch set for 6:35. Of course, fireworks will follow. This morning, Holly Holm and John Bones Jones preparing to step into the octagon Saturday night at UFC 239 in Las Vegas. Holm is looking to recapture the UFC bantamweight title she lost. Jones hoping to keep his light heavyweight championship intact. Good news for those of you heading to Cochiti Lake this weekend. The swim beach is back open after being closed due to the high spring runoff. The lake has seen its highest level in years, forcing some areas to be closed. Officials decided to reopen the swim beach after the water level leveled off. The brains behind Electric Playhouse are getting ready to open their first location on the west side, formerly known as Story Lab. It's known for their state-of-the-art interactive playhouse for kids and even adults. The location near Coors 940 will include a cafe and a bar and private party rooms. They hope to open this year by the holidays. All right, soccer fans, listen up. Wilson will have a chance to cheer on United from the Duke City. The city is hosting a watch party at Civic Plaza when the United faces Minnesota United next Wednesday night. Fans can show up for free, bringing their own food or purchase food on site. The match kicks off at 6. The festivities do begin at 5 o'clock. Chris.
Let's take a look at that traffic. Crystal, everything looking good out there this morning along I-40 as well as I-25, all green on the map, so it is looking pretty good out there. Crystal?
All right, tacos from Taco Bell this 4th of July may be a gamble, as the fast food chain says some of their restaurants are experiencing supplier shortages of tortillas. The chain did not share how many restaurants are dealing with the shortage or explain why they're having a shortage, but they do say they are working fast to fix it. Hopefully they get it resolved soon.
Let's take a look at that hourly forecast today. You can see we quickly climb into the 80s by the lunchtime hour here in the metro at 86 degrees. Then by 2, we're going to be all the way up to 90 degrees. We're going to get on up to 96 degrees today, light winds and mostly sunny skies.
All right, time for the 5 facts.
At number 5, tens of thousands of people are about to head out the door, enjoy that nice weather at the Balloon Fiesta Park. And while emergency personnel will be on the ground tending to the smaller emergencies like heat exhaustion, there is a new safety feature being debuted should something go wrong during the actual fireworks show. Local firefighters designed a special sprinkler system, and this covers the hot zone right where the fireworks are lit by releasing water onto the wooden racks to keep them from catching fire. The idea came from a small fire that occurred 2 years back when the fireworks were lit.
Number 4, now heading into the holiday weekend, Santa Fe National Forest officials concerned this morning over careless campers. The New Mexican reports the U.S. Forest Service says they found over 50 abandoned campfires in the last 2 weekends alone. They say they're now beefing up patrols to find and douse campfires before they pose a serious threat. Fire officials urge anyone to soak the flames with about 5 gallons of water, stir that dirt, then soak it once more before leaving it.
And at number 3, we're talking about some changes in the forecast. It's going to be warm and dry today, but as we head into Friday, that ridge moves to the east. Moisture moves up from Mexico. We're talking about rain and storms for eastern and southern parts of the state Friday afternoon and evening, and that continues into Saturday. High temps dropping over the weekend because of the rain and storms.
Number 2, we're still waiting to learn the name of the man killed after getting into a shootout with an APD officer. Police say detectives were conducting a surveillance operation near Central and Zuni late Tuesday night. That's when they say a man with a gun approached an officer's unmarked car. The two got into an altercation and shots were fired. The man was killed while the officer suffered minor injuries. On to number 1 now. This morning, the rail runner lines through Albuquerque, they're back open following a crash that left one person dead after their car was struck by a train. The crash happened at Candelaria, just east of 2nd Street. 91 passengers were on board the 5:15 train that was heading from Santa Fe to Belen when rail runner officials say it struck the car sitting on the tracks, killing the driver. APD is trying to figure out how the car got stuck on the tracks or if the crossing gates came down in time.